And as we head into this season, Jackie, 2023, what one team are you most curious about how they're going to do? I mean, there's been so many changes, 5 different head coaching changes, Jackie, in the league. Quarterbacks moving, Aaron Rodgers moving, Garoppolo's moving. All these quarterbacks are moving around the league. Who are you curious? What team is really sticking out in your mind?
I know why you asked me that question, because you know that I was bouncing all these teams off you as we rode in here today. For me, I got questions about what's going on in Buffalo. Why is it Diggs and Allen? What's the problem with them? I'm curious about Jimmy Garoppolo and his reuniting with Josh McDaniels.
Right.
I got a lot of curiosity about what's going to happen. How is Rodgers going to do? You think he's going to do great? I don't know. Sean McVay with the Cam Akers. There's a lot of things. But the thing that jumps out at me more than anything else about my questions as I look into this season is going to be how Sean McVay dials in with this new class of players that he's just drafted. He got a bunch of young guys. They got rid of a lot of guys, got their cap manageable. The young people, they're going to have to depend on these guys. Yeah. They're going to have to depend on them, Vince. And the work now has been done by Snead and his staff. They brought the guys in. Now it's up to Sean McVay. That was the one piece that we agreed that had to be in place for the Rams to move forward. When Sean McVay fell in place, a whole lot of things worked out for them to be able to do what they've done. They couldn't do without those veteran guys without Sean McVay. Now, for me, it's going to be how does Sean McVay get the most out of these young leaders that he's just drafted?
And, Jackie, he's drafted a lot of linemen, and you yourself know how important it is to get that experience early on. And I'm curious about what the Rams are going to look like this year, because I think Sean McVay is going to dial in a new offensive philosophy, Jackie. I think he's going to concentrate a little bit more on the running game in his play action. Not only because he's got a young offensive line that really, when you've got to protect the quarterback in the pocket, you really need to have that experience factor come to play. But I think that's going to enable him to focus more on the running game. He's got a new offensive line coach that is very intuitive.
Ryan Wendell.
He's going to create a lot more running plays. I think it's going to take a lot of pressure off the young offensive lineman, and it's going to take pressure off Matthew Stafford, because the play-action pass, Jackie, is a great maneuver to throw the football, and you don't have to sit in the pocket every down and throw.
Absolutely, and you only get to use the play-action pass if you're consistently running the ball. You got to be able to run the ball to be able to get those safeties, those linebackers sucking up to the line of scrimmage so you can get the ball thrown behind them. Now, Sean McVay, historically, he doesn't mind slinging that ball around. But when you think back just a few years ago when he had the big back, he ran the football quite a bit, You and I felt like he needed some more variety in the way he inserted the ball in the line of scrimmage. And I believe now, with the addition of Ryan Wendell, I watched him at the Patriots. He started at center. He started at both guards. I watched this guy for over a decade, and he understands how to implement running game to keep defenders off balance. And for the offensive line, what we don't want to have happen is another situation with their quarterback where he had pain in the neck, radiating
sideline,
radiating down.
Get him out of there.
We don't need that anymore.
No.
And I think the best chance of them having to keep Matthew Stafford upright and as productive as he can be, and he's a good quarterback, is to run that football. And that's going to be a lot of fun watching this run game develop.
I would be remiss to say, though, Jackie, the curiosity is striking me really strong, because I really think the Denver Broncos are a team to really reckon with this year. I'm looking at Sean Payton walking in and helping Russell Wilson, changing this whole philosophy, this culture. I'm curious to see how they're going to play. Baltimore Ravens, with Lamar Jackson, hooking up with Odell Beckham. I mean, that's a combination.
Not to mention their new coach, the guy
the new offensive coordinator, from Georgia.
Yes.
And then you've got, Jackie, Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, hooking up with Nathaniel Hackett. What's that going to be like? He played his best football when Nathaniel was offensive coordinator at Green Bay.
Absolutely.
And then you got Garoppolo in Green Bay. With the Raiders. Hooking up with Josh McDaniels. And you got Devontae Adams.
His rookie year, when Tom Brady was suspended, the first 2 games, Jimmy Garoppolo threw 4 touchdown passes in the first 2 games before he got hurt. So they have some chemistry that goes all the way back to New England, and it's going to be fun watching them reinvent themselves.
Well, that's what we all look forward to, Jackie. It's an exciting game. It's going to be an exciting season this coming year in 2023.